All right, so we're still in January now. We just got into January of 2026. And, it's winter time, but back east here in Ohio, it's obviously cold. I mean, it's cold everywhere. Um, like in the south part of Colorado and where Pablo is in Colorado Springs, they got snow there. All across the state, there's some snow, or it's at least cold. So the climate's definitely changed and stuff. But Ohio is always cold. It's, we're back east here, and that's the way it is. But so we're in January. It's 2026, and here I am. I'm trying to keep popping out some more comedy. It's hard to do when the mood isn't up, and you're depressed and stuff like that. Got bipolar going on, a little bit of psychosis or delusional stuff going on. Like derealization going on, where nothing feels real, like nothing around or nobody feels completely real. So it's like everything around me feels fake. I'm just kind of existing and living here, and that all goes along with from trauma and depression and stuff like that. The anhedonia, depression and that, and you're just numbed up, can't feel anything, and nothing like that. The limbic system in the brain is, all numbed up and stuff. It doesn't function well.
I'm going to Connie's and fix her spotting.
All right. The limbic system, don't function well. You're all numbed up and stuff. And so, you got no feeling, no nothing, no fear, nothing like that. So I'm able to just do whatever I want.
You take the dog out there.
But you got mental health going on and different shit. People just don't care. People do not give a shit. They don't understand mental illness or health. They think the person is lazy and everything else. It's just complete bullshit. People will say, well, nobody's coming to help you. You gotta help yourself, help yourself. Well, go suck a dick. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck everybody. Candy asses. Okay? Nobody's coming. You gotta help yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, fuck off. Okay? Nobody understands mental illness and stuff when you're not stable in your life. And, nobody gives a fuck. You got no support. Nobody in your corner. You live in a corrupt town, a corrupt area. Bunch of rednecks, and Christians, churchgoers, and Bible readers and stuff like that, who are hypocrites. You're going to church, okay? You listen to the sermon, what the pastor is saying, and you're reading your Bibles, but you don't do nothing that you're listening to. You don't go and help people, go help the homeless. You don't walk into the woods where there's a homeless camp, where there's tents and stuff like that. You've never walked into those things. You've never seen it. okay? If you did, you can come talk to me about it. I would love to hear about it. But you've not helped homeless people like that, like I tried to. Okay, built any boxes for them to sleep in. You didn't go build a fucking tiny house like I did. I got a video on here of my tiny house. I got a couple of different videos of that I built back in 2018 and sold it. I got the video, a couple videos on here building the homeless shelters, or when I took it out to Akron, you know, to show them where the tents were at the time, until Akron kicked the people out of their tents and stuff. That's what they like to do in these different cities. They kick people out. There's people around my age or younger, age 30 and stuff like that, that are homeless and struggling, and they probably got mental disorders going on. But nobody understands. Nobody wants to try and understand. They just assume without understanding. Assumption without understanding. Just a bunch of hypocrites out there. You are hypocrites. You've not helped a drug addict person, been with a girl like that. You've not been around criminals, for the most part, and trying to help them still. Where most people think they're bad people. Stay away from them. Well, they hit breaking points in their life, just like my life, when nobody's giving a fuck, okay? Nobody's wanting to help them or understand them. It's one thing if they're just a bad person and they got bad behavior, and despite how they grew up, or if they had good parents and stuff like that, who knows? But, you know, if you got no dad around, or something happened, he just never was around, or you have a bad dad, bad parents, you grew up in an alcoholic family, or a drug family, or crime family, dysfunctional family, and you got all these bad habits, and you just don't know how to act normal, or be a citizen and stuff like that, you know, then you do some bad things, you go wrong in your life. And so, like, you've never had help or guidance or counseling or anything like that. These are reasons why people are criminals and do what they do, okay? But I don't go out and help guys, you know, unless they come to me and they're a good dude and stuff like that. But I like women, I like girls, so I will help criminal girls, women, to do better and do better in society because I understand they've been abused probably, or in their relationship or their marriage, cheated on, who knows. They hit their breaking points, or because they're giving and liked helping people like I do, and nobody helped them during their breaking points. And a lot of girls can't handle stuff. They can't handle the stress and trauma and stuff, so they rebel and do things, or get on a drug, you know, or meth and stuff, and they just go do stuff, and then it leads to crime. But people don't understand the root of why they're struggling, why they turned into that. I'm so lucky I've not ended up like that, on drugs or in jail or prison and stuff like that, because I could have. Because I just get pissed off and do things and don't care either. But I'm able to explain myself and talk about it and what my issues are, and I can talk to police about stuff, okay? I'm trying to do good things here, be a YouTuber and doing comedy for fun, dirty comedy and stuff like that, but I'm doing public speaking, you know, using free speech, talking about social issues like this, all kinds of shit. But I live in an area that's corrupt, okay? a bad, poor area, in a farming area with rednecks and country people, old people, church goers and Bible readers, just right-wing asshole people, okay? Assholes, fuckheads, asswipes, okay? Right-wingers. I'm not a right-winger. I'm like in between. I'm a moderate person. I'm sure as hell not a Democrat either. I don't know why people or nobody can be like in the middle. They either have to be, well, this is my right, but this is your right, I think, if you're watching me. So people gotta be extremely to the right, a right-winger, okay? An asshole. And not think about a person's situation in their life or what they've been through or their mental health, mental state, okay? Their stability. All they think about is themselves. All they think about is that that person should be working, paying taxes, paying bills like I am. This is how they think. We should be paying taxes and paying our bills and doing stuff, contributing to society. You know, like they are. What society? What society are you talking about? It's a bad society. Okay? People are bad. People are jealous of stuff out there or of people. People are just, they got bad souls in them. Okay? Plain and simple. They're bad. People are just stupid. People are people. I don't know what else to say about it. People are hypocrites out there and are just dumb as fuck. You know, people go to church and they sit there. I can't go to church and sit around a bunch of hypocrites. I can't have people sitting around me who don't do what I do or feel the way I feel. You have to be around people who are the same and feel the way you feel, believe the same things. That's hard to find. Otherwise, you're just a lone wolf, a loner. By that point, that's pretty much who I am. But but people do things, you know, and they're just hypocrites. They're going to church. They're doing things, thinking they're being saved and gonna go to heaven and stuff like that. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. You know, you got theologists and stuff too. They're saying, well, there's nothing else you can do. You got to believe in Jesus and blah, 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 and nothing you can do, and you can't help people and stuff to go to heaven. I disagree with that too. It's bullshit. That's why I don't believe in any of it. I'm not a fucking hypocrite or nothing. If I called myself a Christian and a perfect person and, you know, read my Bible, then I would be a hypocrite because I'm doing dirty comedy. I curse. I say all these things. I use free speech. I do stuff. Okay? I'm bipolar and everything else. I want a kinky woman, a girl. I want sex. I want all these things that any guy wants, but I still want love too. I love and I like holding hands, cuddling, and all those romantic things. That's what I do. Not just stick my dick in someone. But a lot of guys can't do that either. A lot of guys can't be like a bad boy and a nice guy at the same time. They can't be a mix. I can. I'm a mix. I can be a bad boy and I can be nice at the same fucking time. I can do stuff and be crazy, and then I can turn around and explain myself why I'm doing it. But people can't do that, or especially if they're on drugs. So they end up in jail and everything because, you know, they don't have a leg to stand on. But I got all my platforms going and YouTubing and the TikToking and doing my live streams. So that's what I want to do, get out there and speak and talk. So I do all kinds of stuff to get attention, to get famous here, get known. I curse, I talk about dirty stuff. I'm doing all of it to just get people's attention here. You know, Adam Paul Geiger, this, that. If I don't do it, nobody gives a fuck. So I gotta do it. I want to make money. So otherwise I'm just sitting around here twiddling my thumbs. Whacking off and twiddling my thumbs. Not doing a fucking thing out there, you know, to help people when I want to be. But, so, the takeaway points here are nobody gives a fuck. People are hypocrites. Churchgoers, Bible readers, and they're all hypocrites. They're not doing nothing. They're not coming to my house to help me or talk to me. They're not offering anything. They're not giving me work. They're not doing nothing. So, nothing but crickets. Crickets. Squeaking in the background. I'll shove a cricket up your ass. How about that? How about that? Shove something up your ass. I got a dildo over here. I got an anal dildo shove up your ass. See how that feels. But people don't give a fuck. They don't understand mental health and how I got these things going on. And, you know, when you're severely depressed, you lose interest in everything and you don't want to do nothing. It's hard to get yourself up if you don't got people in your corner trying to push each other. That makes it tough. So people just don't understand, man. I tell you what, old people don't understand. You know, church people still don't want to help and come to me. Nobody's got a vehicle for me to use. Nobody's giving me work or opportunities when I landscape and do handiwork and all kinds of shit. Nobody's even offering me that. Nobody's investing in what I'm doing here. Nobody's having me come out and talk and speak about things, you know, which would just all help me and boost me. Nobody's doing a fucking thing. So, you know, people don't understand anything. It's just, we live in, they're just different corrupt areas. Even down southern Ohio and stuff like that, just corrupt areas. Corrupt. You know, certain police can be corrupt, you know, and then you got good ones, but I want to work with police and stuff, and they need to be working with me because I've been around criminals and stuff like this now and know how they work and behave. I'm a psychic, empathetic with people. I can sense things and feel stuff, you know, people's energy and bad or good and everything. It just, sometimes I can't handle it, but could be why my ears ring. I'm trying to get used to all this stuff, so I don't know. But yep, I'm trying to mix it up with comedy and just talking like this because I can't do any comedy if I'm not in a mood and I don't have anything to use or wear. No props. So anywho's, I think that's all I wanted to say in this one. Like and subscribe and share, please. Check out all my other stuff. Get it out there. It's like I'm doing the TikTok live. I'm not getting anybody. I was getting some people on there, and then on my YouTube live here, I was getting a bunch of people, but I was getting a lot of fake people, or people from my area here, fake, acting like real followers, you know, like they're supporting me, but they're all fake, making up names, or they're a bunch of kids and stuff like that. So I call them out. Tired of it. I want real people follow me and adults and stuff like that. But I gotta get out there and do public gigs and that, because this social media shit ain't all helping. You know, it's not good. Nothing but fake shit and AI and girls on here selling pictures of themselves and wanting money and doing sextortion and just scamming men, scamming people, trying to scam me. They can't be real. They can't be 100%. People can't be 100, okay? I'm 100. I'm 100. Okay? Nobody can't be 100. People can meet halfway, or a girl meets me halfway. They can't fucking go all the way and be 100 with me. So where you at? Come find me. Come talk to me. Let's go. Let's do this. Be 100 with me. I need a crazy girl. Okay? Kinky and shit. Everything. Everything. Let's go.